Welcome to Not a Gamer Gaming. This is Genosis with a prefab tutorial video for you. Now today's topic we're going to cover, first of all, how to place POIs in an existing save file. That is, if you already have played a game for a while and you want to load in a prefab you've built into that map but you don't want to start all over, I can show you how to do that since there's been some changes since the 19.3. Also, as a reminder, be sure to subscribe as we'll be continuing to add to this series as new updates come out, Alpha 20 and beyond. Let's begin. Alright, before we dive into the topic of placing POIs into an existing map, let's go ahead and cover a couple topics that have come up in our comments and I'd like to answer them in video form here. Now, the first thing that comes up is, let's say you've loaded up the prefab file and there's nothing. I can't place blocks, can't do anything. A quick resolution to that is hitting escape, going to level tools 2, and click show ground level. Now we can place things. Hit Z, Z again, L to fill, bam. All right, now that is done. The other thing, let's say we're going to build something super nice. Okay, we're going to build this and a little bit of, oh yeah, a little bit of that. Oh yeah. This work of art must be preserved. Let's go ahead and save it. Oh no, we can't save. Well, that's a bummer. I guess I'm going to lose everything. Or will you? In order to preserve this, let's go ahead and fly around, select everything we've built that we want to save, just like so, using our selection abilities, and hit Control-C to copy your selection. And we still can't save, but that's not a big deal. Click Prefab Browser, create new prefab. Now that is the first thing you should do as soon as you start editing and you're starting a new file, is go to that prefab browser and click Create New Prefab. So now we can save. But where's our stuff? Control-V and Control-V again to paste. Now we have everything we've saved and we can preserve it. Hit escape. Now you're prompted to save your stuff once again. All right, now you didn't lose any work. Perfect. Actually, let's go ahead and save that. So I'll call it, hold on, what's a good name for it? Prefab test. It's because I'm original. Shazoom. All done. Let's get out of here. Now let's go ahead and open up a already existing save file and see if we can put this into the world. All right, now here we are in an existing save file. This is the Brains vs. Bronze save file. We started stream one day but moved it over to the stream server. But let's say this here is a perfect spot we have for our new prefab. Normally, up until a recent update, you were able to press Z to make your selection and press the letter K in order to open the prefab menu. That no longer works. So unfortunately, what we'll have to do is edit the world. Now, a couple ways to do it is by taking note of your region. In this case, it is region. Click the chunk file here. So you press F3 in debug mode and click the CH button for chunk. It'll show you the region you're currently residing. In this case, it's -1.0. Now, that region takes up a large space of your map, so if you're trying to precisely reset a certain area to get your prefab, that might end up losing more data than you're intending. So we'll show you a different way to do it. So what we do now is escape and go to our world editor. Editing tools, world editor. Now this map we use is Gluttony Mountains. Let's go inside. All right, here we are in the world editor. We can fly around. Now what we also have to do is you can press Z. Now we have our prefab menu. Now we called this, I think it was underscore prefab test. I'll probably ended up at the bottom because of the way it sorts things. Where are we? Is it at the bottom? Yeah, there it is. Prefab test. Let's load that into a clipboard. Now I can press Control-V. That gives us our size. Hold G and then drag around to move. And I think it's once into the ground. And then Control-V to paste. That looks about right. If you press X, that'll... Oh, hold on. That was Z. My bad. Let me do that again. Up here. Then K. Dynamic prefabs. Prefab test. Load into clipboard. Control-V. Control-V again. All right. Now we can press X to rotate our selection. So those two rotations. That's about where we want it. So here's the thing. In order to finally place this into the map, hit K again. Dynamic prefabs. Load in prefab. Now this is a prefab object. So you look around, and now it's one of the objects. Hit backspace to lose your selection. Now you'll see it's like that in the world. Left click to select. Now note that it took 2 rotations to get it looking exactly like we wanted. X, and X again. Hit escape, save. Now that will save your world file. So let's go back into the save file and see if we can bring this prefab into the world. All right, we've entered the world once again, and this is the spot that we had our prefab, but it's not there. That's kind of the problem. In order to resolve this, again, you have to mention you can delete the region, but in this case, all we're going to do is hit F1 and type CR. That's going to reset the chunk. What that does is erase the chunk data in the location you're standing, which is a much smaller piece in a region. I don't recall how many chunks reside in a region, but it is smaller than an entire region. But that's how we got prefab into the map. Obviously, this is a simple example, but I did this with the Canucks coffee over here just to test. Now, something of note, when you're placing things, make sure to remove any trees in your save file, because you're going to get weird oddities like this. But once you place your prefab, you'll notice that it functions just like a normal POI. Let's go in and take a look. Yep, we have zombies. Perfect. Let's pause our AI with the asterisk on the numpad, and that's it. Well, now you know how to load a prefab into an existing map without losing any save data. I hope that was nice and clear for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments, and who knows, maybe I'll cover it in a future video. Thanks again for watching. Like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. Have a good one.